Hey y'all, APG Jamie here. And today's project really didn't want to get going. It just didn't want to get going. This stamp, the thing on the back is stuck to the plastic. It won't come off the plastic to put on the stamp. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be that way. I don't know. I wanted to use that Venetian orange, but no, it won't show up on my cardstock there. And that's Painty, pre-Painty cardstock. Remember when we did that floating paint and iron and paper, you know, where we used the spray can paint in the water? Yeah, that one. That's what that paper is. And I want to use the embossing folder, you know, because my project, I want some actual texture on it. And I thought, well, I'm going to use this here mica distress spray stuff. And so I misted my cardstock, and then I misted my embossing folder with the mica stuff, and I'm trying to get it to go through my roller, and it's like not going through. And then I get it to go through, and then in my opinion, my body, you know, when you're rolling that, you can tell if you got tension in there or not. It didn't feel like it was smashing it very much, and it did a little bit. So I'm still going to try to make it smash some more. I'm telling you, this project fought me. I would say tooth and nail, but I didn't use no tooth, and I didn't use a nail. I think kind of maybe in the end we got it, though. I'm not totally displeased with it. Could it have been better? I don't know. It ended up serendipitous the way it's supposed to. You know, that's how it's supposed to go. See, I just need to write down my layer system over there for what plate, for those big old 3D embossing folders, because you know they're a little difficult sometimes, like me. Okay, so what project are we doing, you may be asking? Okay, it's my first time to make Souvenir artist trading cards. Now, if you've ever seen the flat penny machines, that's what this is kind of in reference to. You know, you would put 2 quarters in the machine and a penny, and you'd pick out what design you wanted to be embossed on your penny. And you roll the handle, and the quarters fall in, and the penny falls in. And then these you know, embossing plates smash your penny, and it embosses whatever kind of souvenir design doolally you got on there, okay? So that's what these are. So they're basically, you just make the oval yourself. I don't know why I don't have any oval cutting dies, but I don't. If I do, I surely can't find them. See, fighting me. So I decided I wanted to put some distress glaze on there. It's the stuff you use with the distress oxide. Oh, I love that stuff. Anyway, and because I wanted my mica to stay looking good, so I used it, and it still did pretty good, y'all. It was, yeah. And I thought, well, let's add some darkness on here so that we can visually see the texture from the embossing folder. You know how sometimes you can do that? Well, this wasn't one of those times. So I thought, okay, well, let's seal up the distress spray, because, you know, that stuff is water soluble. It'll move on you, especially if you don't want it to. So I'm just smashing around some gloss varnish on there. Now, you know, I'm dabbling it on there, so I'm not necessarily smearing my stuff, okay? And at one point, I had to find my brush because it wasn't where it was supposed to be. Somebody washed it over in the sink and left it over there to dry. You know, I don't know why people do this stuff. Heat gun, y'all. I do use heat gunning off and on, but I think I only show you once or twice. So I got this here whatever that stuff is. It's in the description box below. It's a list of ingredients. There's a product rich stuff, y'all. And I'm smearing it around because I thought it was some sort of a wax, and I thought it was an awfully large kind of tube for the, the waxing stuff, whatever that stuff is. And I'm putting it on there, and I'm like, well, I like that. It looks pretty cool, but I think it's paint and not a waxy stuff. Just saying. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what it is. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, you still really can't see the texture. You can feel the texture, and it's fun, but you really can't see it. And I'm like, my eyeballs want to see it, y'all. My eyeballs want to see it. So then I got out this Prima, and this is a wax stuff. And so I'm putting that on there and smearing it around. And now I can see the texture better. I'm not sure how you can see, if you can see it on the screen or not, okay? But I could see it better in, RL, real life, in the now even. Well, in 45 minutes to an hour ago. So anyway, so I keep cleaning up after myself. And then I put on some crazing medium, okay? And I thought, okay, to see the difference, you need to put either a lighter or a darker. And I went with lighter because the background was somewhat darkish by now. So I'm doing that. And mind you, I couldn't see any crazing on there before I even put the paint. It was very watered down. So let's call it a wash, shall we? Anyway, so I'm daubling it off, and I'm like, nope, can't see it. Okay, I just having issues with seeing what I want to see. And I thought, well, okay, well, I'm going to put some more on there. And this time I put it on there with my finger. First time I used my brush. I didn't show you that part because, Anyway. And I'm like, yeah, I can see my finger, fingerprint swirl. So, it's on there. And I thought, okay, well, this time let's add some more of this here spray stain on there. And it's just, what is it, vintage photo? I don't know. Check the ingredients, okay, if you're really curious. And I'm smooshing that around, and I examine it all. I just keep examining these things. And I'm like, I cannot see any crazing. I have got to watch me some more videos on that crazing medium. I'm just saying. My secret internet admirer sent it to me, and I need to learn how to use that stuff. I don't know. Don't know what I'm doing. This whole thing was like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's my first time. It was my first time making artist trading souvenir coins. Okay? I like to smash pennies. I'm still looking. I'm like, where is that stuff? It's funny now. Oh, sure, you can laugh all about it now, APG, but you didn't want to go. And I'm like, I know that. So it's going to be for the card lottery. So, I made 6 of them because I've started keeping one for myself. Just saying. So as a souvenir coin, I want it to represent the city in which I reside, which happens to be Conroe, Texas. And it is a train city. Not passenger train, freight trains, okay? And I have this it's a Christmas stamp. It's got like a Christmas wreath on it and some packages in one of the cars and a tree and all that stuff. And which is why I really wanted the texture on my background, okay? The physical texture as well as visual. Anyway, because I didn't want it to look like a Christmas train. And it does not really look like a Christmas train, even though I know that's what the stamp was. So anyway, that came out good. I'm like, yeah, I like that. So because I just use regular, plain old cardstock, by this time, because it's been wet, it's been dry, it's been waxed, it's been wet, it's been dry, it's been glazed, it's been varnished, and it's been smashed, and all this stuff. It felt kind of flimsy, so I thought I'm just going to reinforce it and put another piece of cardstock behind there, and then I can retrim my oval, okay? So that's what I did. You know, it's drying, and I thought, well, I'm going to put my city name on there because, you know, how do you spell Conroe? I mean, seriously, people, I was not born here. So, but I've been here pert near a few years. Well, longer than a pert near. But anyway, so I'm stamping that on there with my, this is just my secret internet admirer video, y'all. Because they gave me those alpha stamps. And that mica spray and the crazing stuff. Oh, y'all. Thank you, darling, whoever you are. So I'm stamping those on there, and then I trim them out. You get to see me trim them out. Well, somewhat. This is not a real long video. I think it's less than 20 minutes, okay? Or thereabouts. I don't know. So I trimmed them all out, and I'm like, yeah, okay, well, that looks like carp. Well, it doesn't look like carp, but I'm like, you know, it's just is not making me the happiest of campers, okay? So I thought, well, I'll just ink around it. It was important that you see me ink around it. And I thought, I know exactly what these coins need, even though in real life your smashed pennies don't have embellishments on them. They're just a coin with the image on there, okay, smashed into it, which may or may not be clear and may or may not be double stamped. Just saying. So, you know, perfection is not a thing. And I thought, well, we're going to get out these teeny mini paper dolls. Tim Holtz, you know I love those paper dolls. Anyway, so I found these two fellers, and they were standing side by side, and I'm like, no, I need you to be by yourself. So I cut them apart, because you can do that. You bought them. You can cut them apart and alter them if you want to. So that's what I'm doing, and now I'm putting on my original, Aleene's original tacky glue, my favorite. And, you know, because I got some texture going on. You might not could see it visually, but it's there, okay? So that's why I'm using that particular glue, and I'm smashing my fellers on there really good, and I'm going to cut their legs off. Oh, don't you worry, I put heads. I kept those legs. You know I did. What will I do with them? I don't know, but I bet they'll make it their way into something sometime or another. If not, you know, in the Halloweeny season even. So now I have to re-ink, you know, around different places. And I've not seen anybody put backs on their souvenir coins. But y'all know how I am. Overachiever that I am. So I went to my computer and I made, little backs. And, you know, I'm just faking them, getting them on there. And I wasn't that pleased with how my paper dolls just looked kind of bleh. Not totally bleh, just a little bleh. And I thought, well, I'm going to get my Stabillo all. And I happen to have a yellow and an orange one. And those are the colors. I also have a white and a red and a blue and a black, of course, and a brown somewhere. I don't know where that one went. Anyway, I thought, I'm going to use those. Hickin', y'all. And you know what? That did the trick. As minute as a thing this was, just going around them with my little water brush. Right there. That did it for me. I'm like, okay. I like these things. Now I like these things. Okay. So I went ahead and made 4 more. Because I wasn't sure. I mean, I might not have even shared the video. Because, you know, the way I was feeling for a while there was like, nah, I'm not too sure about this one. I mean, I wouldn't have thrown them away. I'd have used them for something. He can, y'all. So I'm relatively happy with them. Okay, will I make souvenir coins again? Probably. I mean, y'all know I love the ATC. So now we show it off. Now I did come back after it was all nice and dry and put on another layer of gloss varnish because, you know, it's supposed to be coins, and coins are supposed to be shining. And that's the backs. They got original names. First one, second one, third one, fourth one. Ta-da! Photomontage. Fifth one and sixth one. Like I said, original names. Y'all. See, you can tell it's a train. You can't necessarily tell that it's a Christmas train. So if you think it's a Christmas train, you are wrong. It's not. It's the town I live in. Train town. Freight trains. Oh, and we get them all night long, all day long, blocking the tracks. Oh, can't get across the road. Too many tracks, extra tracks. They came along, put some more to a warehouse down there. Oh, my goodness. But I do like these. Thanks for watching. And happy arting, y'all. Choo-choo.